if you don't do it and you don't take care of it, your business, then nobody's going to take care of your business. You'll find that your business don't get took care of if you don't take care of it. So that's just the truth, man. Okay, guys. We're getting a little bit of a late start today. Not really. We did. I mean, we got my house done. You know, so. But we're gonna try to we're gonna do some of these properties that we need to do. Probably could have got away with just one vehicle. But I like to have options, man. So, yeah. So we're trying to look and we're trying to find Zach a vehicle, you know, and that's, you know, like I told him, man, he's gonna have to do a lot of that in his off time, man, because anybody that's ever looked for a vehicle, you can spend, I mean, you can spend a boatload of time looking for a vehicle, you know. So, I mean, yeah, I ain't got time to be honing in on a vehicle for somebody else. He's gonna have to do the legwork and find something that is manageable, you know. So. And to be honest, I'm not really seeing a lot of vehicles online that, you know, are $2,000 or less. So, you know, I'm doing everything I can to help alleviate some of it. But well, he's gonna have to find a vehicle and hone in on one and make calls and stuff. It's a painstaking thing. I mean, any vehicle I've ever bought. Whether it was, you know, like when I bought this truck, oh my gosh, it took me, it was a long process to find this truck and to call them and pull the trigger on it without somebody else coming in and getting it before I could get there. That's a big deal, man. I think buying it, even though you're going to pay more, I think buying it from one of these car lots, well, that's going to be the best option for him to guarantee that he don't get a piece of junk vehicle, and he still might get a piece of junk. But it don't cost nothing to look. Customers here that has, yeah. And whoever's been, I don't know how they maintain this, and that gets like that. And the neighbors ain't said nothing.
Yeah.
They must not have an HOA over here.
And she's saying all that right there gets cut.
Yeah, that's grass. I mean, this is terrible, dude. Look, y'all. Y'all see this? So this is one of the customers that now this is not one of them customers he sent me. He sent me that one out there and that one out there. But this lady called me because she called him and she wants to me to start doing this property too. But she says she's got a guy that does the heavy duty stuff. Well, I can't tell. I mean, he needs to be fired. That right there ain't been weed eated in years. Years. I mean, it should never be like that.
No, you
I mean, never.
Loppers to get that out.
Yeah, now, but before it got hard, that tells me how long it's been there, you know? Because we would weed eat that every 2 weeks. It would never be like that. And then you got these crepe myrtles here. They ain't been trimmed in God knows how long.
She said ever.
Yeah. And then she says she just cuts all this with a mower. That's what she says. This is a tree here that definitely needs to be removed, if you ask me. It doesn't even look like it's alive, dude. Is it? Boy, it feels dry as hell. This tree's dead, man. I don't see one bloom on this tree, dude. Not even a bud. So she says she wants to mow all this, y'all. Look how tall this is. So I don't know, man. Let's walk around back, Zach. She knows we're here, so we're not going to do it right now because, well, she's not home. This would be the heavy duty stuff that she says. This needs, I mean, that ain't been trimmed in a freaking long time, dude.
That's what I'm looking at. Like,
dude, that needs to be.
It's hitting the gutters.
So that right there needs to be rounded. All this stuff right here needs to, I mean, whoever's been doing, look, who's ever been doing her yard has not been doing a good job, dude. I'd run over all this stuff with a mower, man. Oh my God, y'all. This is a Nicole too. This is just like Nicole's, man.
So she's saying she wants that piece right there cut too. The piece between the house and the pool.
Yeah, all this.
Yeah.
So she says she got the guy that does the heavy stuff. He does inside the pool gate. Because according to her, you got to have a special mower for that. One that'll bag. Okay. Sir. I don't see how she could be real peculiar about anything, dude. The least of my concerns at this property, y'all, would be a little grass in the pool. You know what? I mean, look, dude. I mean, this fence is just, dude. These vines. This is March, y'all. These vines will be so thick. Look at the vines growing on the fence. Wow, man. Dude, Zach, I don't even know if I want to do this yard, dude. I don't even think I want to do it. It's too much of a mess. I'm going to meet with her and try to talk her into cleaning it up.
She won't want to pay what you're going to.
And if she don't want to pay, then I'm just going to tell her, well, I'm sorry, you just have to find somebody else. I mean, this is a lot right here, y'all. And she got all, like, this right here, this needs gone. It's trash, you know. And nobody has done any kind of cleanup. She thinks she's going to get somebody over here to clean this yard up for $40 or $50. Ooh. Look at this, y'all. And according to her, this ain't bad. Look at the volunteer right there against the house. That needs snatching out. That needs snatching out. Anything up on the house. Look at every gate and every fence. Yeah. Dude, this property's in shambles, man.
Well, you got rock right here. I mean, you want to see that here.
I know. And then on top of all that, y'all, her biggest pet peeve, she told me, and this is how narcissistic some of these customers are. Her biggest pet peeve is getting a little grass in the pool.
But you could always throw it away from it.
Well, the pool's got a filter system, you know, but this would be my concern right here. Look at all this. Look at,
there's a bunch of these dead around here too.
Look at all that. No wonder shit blows in the pool. There's shit growing everywhere. Right. You know, I mean, all the heavy stuff. Is this considered heavy stuff?
That's probably the heavy stuff he's talking about, yeah. But he ain't really doing a good job.
I mean, he ain't been here in a year, right. Apparently.
They got a stump right there.
Yeah, y'all. You know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I don't even know that I wouldn't even want to do this property. She's gonna have to have the right attitude for me to do this property. She's gonna have to be like a Nicole and just pay top dollar and let us work on it slowly but surely. But if she doesn't want anybody to cut this. So how often does her guy come to do the heavy stuff? Does he come and cut this every 2 weeks? If he's got a mower to cut this, he can cut the rest of it.
It don't. It's been cut this year. Look at the leaves.
Yeah, this thing ain't been cut in since October probably.
Right, right.
I mean, this is a major cleanup. Dude, you talking about? I know what it is. She don't want to spend no money.
Yeah, that's all.
She got one of these low-end crackheads over here that live close by over here. That she can give him $100 and he'll slave out here all freaking day. You know, he probably don't even have a truck. But, you know.
He probably comes walking up on a mower.
Huh?
He probably comes walking up on a mower.
Yeah, tires right there. I mean, dude, this property is bad, y'all. Well, in order to get this property in order, she has spent about $2,000, man. And that's if we don't have to haul nothing off. I mean, all this shit needs cutting.
Yeah,
This limb right, all this shit needs cutting back, man.
Get it off the driveway there.
I mean, dude, those bushes ain't been cut in God knows how long. So I wonder what she was paying the lawn guy. So one thing I look at, y'all, just FYI, y'all, you know, is that when I pull up into a, you know, a new property I've never done before, and I'm up in a neighborhood I've never been in before, what I look at the surrounding houses. And it's just, you know, just not deep, but just kind of just glance. So there's her neighbor. Don't you know her neighbor's
All
fucking...
of our neighbors.
This tree's freaking... It needs trimming bad, dude. Look at this rose bush, ain't never been cut back. That rose bush needs to be cut back to about 2 feet to where it'll bloom. This tree needs to get out of the way so the rose bush can bloom. This tree looks dead, dude.
That's what I was saying.
These trees look dead, man. Don't they? What kind of tree is that where it doesn't have any blooms on it, man? Yeah, it needs cleaning. She needs to spend some major money. But like I was saying, y'all, I normally just I just glance around at the neighbors' properties, and you see this one right here. Look how nice and neat.
10.
Huh?
We can see about 10 houses to look at.
Yeah. And then look at this one over here. It looks nice and neat. And look at that one right there. It looks nice and neat. All the way down the street, it looks nice and neat. And then you got this one. Ooh. I don't even see. Like I was saying, y'all, you know, I don't know how many of them customers we're going to end up with.
Right.
You know, that tree right there in the center, dude, the one that looks dead, it's the same kind of tree as that one. But see, that tree just needs to go away. That would be so much neater. See, that's the thing about having a crackhead come over here and do work for you. They don't have no vision. They're just trying to get money. You got to have somebody that knows what is acceptable, right? I mean, if she's not willing to spend money to clean the yard up, I'm not even gonna want to be associated with the yard, to be honest. And then look at the neighbor here, you know. And then, so this is one that we're gonna be doing. I think, you know, they're on the list, and I've talked to this one and that one. So. Look how neat all these yards are, though, compared to hers, man. Oh my God, her neighbors would be thrilled if she spent $2 grand over here. All right, y'all. Okay, y'all. So y'all saw we just got done with these two. I sent Zach on to one of the bigger ones over there by my mechanic shop, and that's where we'll end the day over there. We'll just work until we feel like not working no more. But we still ended up generating. See, 130, 260, 360, 460. We're still gonna be at about $500 or $600, man. $550, yeah. So that's pretty good still, you know. It is, you know. We got a late start today. This Exmar is running great. Not surged one time, and it's the only mower I've been using, well, all day yesterday and all day today. But I definitely need to put fuel in it because, well, that's the only mower I've used, and I don't want to trigger nothing by letting it run low on fuel or nothing. So let me go on and fill it up with some premium unleaded, y'all. Anyway, and that mower is not surging at all, man. That's pretty sweet, man. You know, it really is. I don't know that they found out what was wrong with it, or if it just has to reset it. I don't know, man. It's all computer run, so I don't know, man. You know, but it's running like a champ, man. I mean, it's running as good as it's ever ran. It really is. So I'm thankful for that, man. That's a blessing. Because, yeah. So, update on the FERRIS. I got quite a few people that are, you know, trying me on the FERRIS, you know. I got one guy came on there, and he trying to trade me a truck, not just any truck, but an old bucket truck. I'll put a picture of it up here, man. I'm like, no, I'm good, man. I mean, it's, you know, yeah, it looked like it's seen better days for sure. Then I had another guy. I mean, people got game, man, but I got game too. So, you know, another guy came on there and says, hey, will you take $5,000 for it? I'm like, no way. I mean, for them to even offer $5,000 on something I'm asking $7,700 for, I mean, you want me to take a third off? You kidding me? Come on, man. I'm gonna do that, man. I'll keep it before I sell it for that, man. I will. That's the good thing about not backing yourself into a jam financially, where you know where you need or have to have some money. See, I don't have to sell it, and that puts you in the best scenario possible, because somebody can offer me $7,700, and if I don't want to sell it to them, I ain't got to. If I feel like I can get $79 for it, I can hold out. But if I was desperate for money, then I'd be looking at that $5,000 offer. So, yeah. Had another guy try to trade me an engine, a Cummins diesel engine for it. And then I had another guy try to trade me one of those camper things that you pull behind your truck. Come on, man. No, no, and some more damn no. I need money. Now, if somebody came at me and said, hey, I got a blah, blah, blah Bobcat attachment, well, you know, I might be able to work with that if it's something that I need and it's in good condition. But I probably wouldn't straight out trade. I had to have some money too. I'm going to have some money. I'm going to have money for this mower. I ain't going to get too caught up in the hype of, you know, a camper, you know, a 35, 40-year-old bucket truck, you know, an engine that, I don't know. And the thing about it is, well, you know, the way I got it listed, I don't have it listed as will accept trades. You know, I got it listed as 7,700 firm, and that's FIRM. And then I got a lot of people just asking me if I still got it. You know how that goes. And at the end of the day, I got my cell phone in the ad. So if you did, you know, if they serious about buying the damn mower, you can call me, because I'm gonna have to talk to you on the phone before I commit to selling it to anybody. I'm gonna have a feeling about it. And with the way this mower's running, I might not sell it at all. And y'all, I know a lot of guys might not understand my thinking behind that, but that's, you know, my only thinking was at the time that, you know, before this mower stopped surging, was, okay, I done spent all the energy and effort and resources that I'm going to put into this mower, surging mower, that I'm going to do. And so I'm going to have another mower. That was my thinking. And, okay, then my brain goes, okay, what's the cheapest way for you to get another mower without having to sign up for, you know, 15 grand, and without having to come out of a big chunk of money, and, you know, and that was the best way for me to do it. You know, I don't need more lawnmowers. You know, I like equipment, and I got plenty of equipment, but I got 4 lawnmowers. And if one of them is sitting for a long period of time and not getting used like I think it should, then I'll get rid of it. It ain't like the Manliv where I just got one, or the Bobcat where I just got one. You know, I got 4 mowers. So, you know, if I can get rid of one, I'm not even going to fill it. If I can get rid, and that's essentially what I would be doing, is I would be getting rid of 2, but buying another one. So I'd be getting rid of 1 at the end of the day. And my thinking, that was my thinking. But now that this mower is not surging, well, I don't want to sell it. It's not. It wouldn't be good for me to sell it. The only reason why I was selling it before is because the surging part is so irritating to me that yeah. I'll drive that bitch off a cliff somewhere. I get so irritated behind that kind of thing. And I done got my money out of the Exmark, and I done got my money out of the Ferris. I could give the freaking mowers away and I'd be okay. But that wouldn't be good business, you know. I'm gonna get what I can get. But now that this mower's running good, well, I might not sell near one of them. Because my whole thing was to be able to get another mower and not have to come out of my pocket or sign along, up for, 3 year, no interest or whatever. I don't want to do that if I don't have to, And I don't want to come out of my chunk of, my pocket deep either. I don't want to. I don't have to. I'm never going to come out of my pocket deep if I got 12 months no interest or 36 months no interest or whatever, Just some food for thought, y'all. All right, y'all. That's a wrap, man. So we ended up doing pretty good today. We didn't get started till real late, man. But Zach made the same amount of money that he would have if we'd have got started early. Because the business made the same amount of money. So that's a benefit, to not paying by the hour from the help's perspective. That ain't bad, man. That ain't bad at all. So we got everything on the list. Well, we had to incorporate because of that one job we looked at. I wasn't willing to take on that new property because, well, I'm going to talk to her because if she's not willing to clean the property up, I'm not going to. I don't see me doing that property, y'all, to be honest. She would have to really spend some money for me to do that property. And I'm not talking about, I don't care, I'm not talking about the maintenance. I know right now for a fact, I'm not going to want to take on the lawn maintenance. Now I'll go through the motions, a meeting with her and all that to kind of just see what her thought process is. But I don't think that I'm going to be doing that property based on what I saw today. That property is absolutely, I gotta say, well, that's the worst property I've seen where somebody's called me for maintenance. That's the worst property I've seen in years. There is no amount of maintenance that I'm going to be able to do over there unless she's willing to spend about, if she'll spend about $2,000, and it's her yard, she'll do whatever she wants to do. If she'll spend about $2,000 to get to clean it up, then I may consider. Then I would take the property on. Given that she is going to pay right. But the way she was the other afternoon when I talked to her on the phone. She was like, she's on a real sticker for for blowing the grass in the pool. And I'm looking at, and y'all saw that property. I'm looking around that property and I'm like, if that's the only thing she's worried about, that's the least of her concern. Does she not see what a mess it is compared to the other properties? And see, that just tells me a lot. It tells me just about that I'm not going to want to do the property, and also that I'm not going to want to deal with her. I can already tell she's going to be a stickler for, for not letting me do what I do, right? She's not going to want to do this. She's not going to want to do that, and I'm not going to want to maintain that property on any level if it ain't cleaned up. And some stuff needs to get removed. whacked down. I mean, she was right when she told me she's not an outdoorsy person. I can tell. Done, and this is my thinking, and I'm usually spot on, 'cause I know the area and I know how folks are. What I'm thinking is she got some, you know, down on his luck guy, you know, coming over there, and because she told me she lets him do all the heavy duty lifting, all the heavy work, because she's trying to help him out. Well, that's all fine and good, but I don't no more believe she's trying to help him out. He ain't charging her a lot. That's what that is. Guarantee it. He's probably going over there working a day, you know, for $100 or whatever, you know, and you know, she's not going to get that out of anybody like me. So, you know, to round all that up, she's gonna have to spend money to clean it up before I'd be willing to maintain it. And then my number to maintain it would be, well, whatever it needs to be. So, but I know you guys, when y'all see that property, man, I know y'all gonna leave some crazy comments. Y'all leave me a comment, man. Even you guys that don't never leave a comment, y'all leave me a comment about that shit and tell me what you really think. You know? So we'll be watching that yard whether I do the yard or not. Because I know for a fact I'm going to be doing 2 of them right there. So, but if we can get Zach squared away, I think we'll have a good season, man. We'll have a good season no matter what. But, you know, we'll have a better season if I can get Zach squared away on, you know, this ride situation and all that. So, between me, Zach, and his dad, we'll figure out something, y'all. I guarantee it, man. And a lot of you guys have asked me, well, why don't you just let him take the truck home? Again, I'm not going to let anybody take the truck home because in order for it to make sense to take the truck home, you got to have a trailer with a lawnmower on it and all the equipment. So when you leave in the morning, you can go straight to work. Now where you know, so and I don't know, you know, what everybody else does, but I don't do that, man. My equipment's got to be home every night. Just sorry, man. That's just how it is, man. Because it ain't because I'm worried about Zach doing something to it. It's because I'm worried about somebody stealing the equipment, you know, seeing an opportunity and, you know, stealing the equipment. You know, I don't know where Zach would have to park. And, you know, I just, you know, if something happens to the equipment, once it happens, it's gone. Then what? I don't even, you know, I've had equipment stolen from me before, and I don't play that, man. So, him driving the white F-250 home with a trailer and mower and all, that's not going to happen. Sorry. And him driving that truck home without the trailer, that's not going to happen either, because that negates the whole thinking of him having a ride and us getting started efficiently. Because if he's got to come to my house in the truck, then we're just running miles up on that truck that we ain't got to. And that's a work truck. And it's old and raggedy enough as it is. I don't need any more miles getting put on it. What needs to happen is Zach needs to buy a vehicle, and he will. I have no doubt. I have no doubt in my mind. And I'm gonna help him, you know, find. Well, he'll have to find them, and I'm gonna help him screen them, if you will. But he's gonna have to be more proactive, and I think he's ready to accept that challenge, man. And I'm not talking about working in a vehicle and all. I'm talking about just in life. You got to realize at some point in your life, and I'm not talking about Zach, I'm talking about just everybody, that if you don't do it and you don't take care of it, your business, then nobody's going to take care of your business. I'm concerned about him getting a ride because I need it to happen. I just don't want him to get beat, because once the money gets spent, it's spent. And at the end of the day, that will affect me too. So it's in my best interest to help him navigate through trying to find a decent vehicle. We know we're not going to find nothing that's, you know, that's top notch. You know, you don't ever start off with top notch. And it would be best, and I don't know if it's possible, it would be best to be able to, for him to be able to get a vehicle where the price tag is not so high to where if push comes to shove, I can just reach out and pay it, right? Pay the whole, whatever the note is, pay the whole car off if I wanted to. Now, if he ends up getting something, and be comfortable with it, right? If he ends up getting something that's $6,000 or $7,000, and we run in and we get through the summer, and he's making payments, and we run into the winter, and he still owes five grand on it, then that'd be a little bit outside of what I would want to reach out and pay for, right? But if it's you know, a $3,500 car or a $4,500 car, and his dad gives him $1,500 or $2,000, then you're at $2,500, and he makes a few payments, and then you're at $2 grand by the end of the summer, whatever. And I see, and I'm feeling a certain type of way, and the good thing about it is that I can make that decision at that time, that if I see that he's going to have a hard time making the payment the winter time, then I can just reach out and pay the whole note, whatever's left, you know, and then work the money out of Zach. Well, Ray, you can do that now. Yeah, but I'm not willing to do that now, because I need everybody. I need his dad and to pitch in too, and I need Zach to be looking for a vehicle, and you know, and all that, and he can sign up and make payments just like everybody else does. But if push comes to shove, come the off season, after he done taking all the steps to get a vehicle and making the payment and working like you're supposed to and all the things that you're supposed to be doing, then I want to have the ability to reach out and just pay it if he runs into trouble, to where they don't take the car back. See, if he gets something that's too expensive, I'm not going to be comfortable coming out of my pocket, you know, $5 grand, $6 grand, $8 grand, you know, to reach out and pay it. I'm not going to be comfortable doing that, but I'd be comfortable doing that, you know, push comes to shove and everything is lined up right, and he's worked here all summer and he's done really good, blah, blah, blah. I'd be comfortable paying, you know, $2,500 or so. So that's something you got to think about too, you know. See, Zach's not thinking as deep as me and his dad thinking, and that's okay. He's not supposed to. He's not, you know, thinking about all the intangibles like I do. So what we don't want is him to get in a vehicle that's a piece of junk and is expensive at the same time, and then he can't make the payment for whatever reason. We don't want that to happen. We want to put him in a scenario to where if he can pay on it all for the next 6 months, then we might be able to reach out and just pay it off. Me, his dad, me and his dad, whatever. And then I can work with Zach on, you know, but I'm not going to work with nobody on $5,000 or $6,000. Sorry. Just can't do that. You know. So that's just my thoughts, man. But that should tell you guys, no matter how my demeanor is or no matter how I come off, that I want Zach to be out here, because I wouldn't even be thinking about doing that or going through the motions of trying to help him find something to drive if I didn't want him out here and I didn't think that he could, you know, manage all of that. Because if he can't, then I'm going to take a hit. So I have to believe too. And, you know, Zach has to believe. So, but I use that new Milwaukee sprayer. It works good. So far, so good. I really like how small it is, you know. I really do. that's pretty nice. A lot of good things are going for us right now, y'all. The surging mower ain't surging. I got tires on the truck, got brakes on the truck. The truck that Zach's driving has got new tires on it. I mean, you know, I got the building built, not completed, but it's built, and it's got it's a process. And I still got the FERRIS mower. So, and I got customers calling me. Hardcore, man. Semi time, y'all.